Hey Internet, Aliside here. Welcome back to Item Get. This week is Valentine's week or Hallmark week. If you're into capitalism, commercialism, lovey-dovey holiday, whatever. But in reverence of that, we're going to be showing a little bit of love for everybody's favorite blue bomber, especially since his parent company hasn't shown him any love at all recently. And that's Mega Man. So this week I'm dedicating both my Item Get review and later in the week I'm going to have a critical hit dedicated to him. I'm going to be taking a look into Mega Man X2. Mega Man's also celebrating his 25th anniversary, like many other franchises like Legend of Zelda, Street Fighter, Final Fantasy. I think Mario was even released in the US 25 years ago or something like that. So it's a pretty big deal, even though he hasn't gotten as much attention as those other franchises. And they've all gotten all sorts of shit, like special editions, re-releases, books, soundtracks. So he hasn't gotten anything. So I really kind of wanted a piece of history to remember him by and kind of to hold on to and flip through every so often. So I defaulted on a book because I like books. There's not a whole lot out there, but there are some great books printed by Udon with Capcom's consent, and it's a pretty good little book. So let's get into it, and I'll show you some content out of it. Like I said, I wanted something to hold on to from this series, so I went to my good old standby and went looking for a book compiling artwork and a bunch of other stuff. I wanted something from the X series since I had played the shit out of them. I was only able to come across the Mega Man X official complete works, which hasn't been reprinted since the original run, so it cost around $400. And I don't have that kind of cheddar lying around, so I went with the alternative, the Mega Man Robot Master Field Guide. At $12, this was a much more reasonable purchase, and since the Robot Masters are pretty much the reason you're playing these games anyway, it was a good choice. There are a few pages with some exposition on the storyline woven through these games, but let's be honest with ourselves and just admit it's usually the same thing anyway. Dr. Wily's trying to take over the world, he made 8 robots to do so, and Mega Man has to stop him. There, you're caught up. All the Robot Masters are represented by their final drawn model and their 8-bit sprite. It's pretty cool seeing them fleshed out with the artist's original intent. When pixelating and shrinking down something like that, you usually lose quite a bit of detail, so the full-size drawing is a nice touch. Each Robot Master apparently also has a personality and hobbies outside of trying to murder the fuck out of Mega Man. A few that caught my attention included Flashman's tendency to use his Time Stopper power to prolong his bath time, Heatman's love of barbecuing, and Bombman's love of bowling? I'm not even making this shit up, but somebody had to, the poor fucking sap. Now one thing that really pissed me off was how the book is organized. It seems like a no-brainer to group the robots together according to which game they appeared in. But apparently I'm the only one that thinks so because they organized the book in alphabetical order. So let's say I'm using the book as an actual guide. I'm trying to figure out what Airman's weakness is, so I flip to page 4 and find Airman to see his weakness is Leaf Shield. I'm not terribly intuitive, so I flip back to the weapon index on page 128, find Leaf Shield, and see that Woodman holds it, then flip back to find Woodman on page 123 to find his weakness, and well, you get my point. So there you go. Overall, it's a pretty good book for $12. I definitely saved quite a bit of money in going with this one as opposed to the other one. I probably would have had to wash quite a few dishes to get in on that one. But check it out if you're a fan of the older editions of the series. I'm still waiting out on the X books. There's been some rumors There's been some rumors flittering around the internet, as rumors usually do, that they're going to be reprinting the official complete works of the Mega Man X series. So I'm kind of holding out for that one. I would like to give a big shout out to AnimatedKookie, with Cookie with a K. He gave me the recommendation of going to ScrewAttack to share my content with them, and it seemed like it went over pretty well with the community over there. So go check out his channel. He's got an awesome Australian accent, and he's probably a lot more pleasant to listen to than I am, so give him a listen and watch some of his stuff. I think that about wraps it up for this edition of Item Get. Remember to check back on my channel later in the week. I'll have a new critical hit up looking into Mega Man X2. Gonna keep the love train rolling on the Mega Man. That doesn't sound right. I can't say that on YouTube, can I? We're gonna run a train on this Mega Man, bitch! Oh. I'm Alicide, and this has been Item Get. Till next time, have a good one. Who wrote this shit?